Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Dan. This is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning into my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate it. This is the All Signs Weekly Forecast. It's the Sunday underpinning reading, which basically gives us a little bit of an indication as to what's kind of going on underneath or in the background during this week, sort of like the themes of the week, right? So each card is going to represent for maybe a day or two, possibly three for you during this week. There's a lot of flexibility with my readings. If cards don't resonate or don't work, that's fine. Don't take them, right? It is originally created for the 5th through the 11th, but with any of my daily readings, if you're watching it at a different time and it still resonates, take the information. You know, if a video finds its way to you and the date doesn't match up, don't worry about that. If the message still triggers something in your intuition or something that you've been feeling, or it applies, to a situation that you're reflecting upon, by all means, take the message. Don't worry about the date. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of the daily videos. In there's just some housekeeping rules, how to get in contact with me if you want a private reading, what decks I'm currently using in the video that you're watching, and my social media contacts, things like that. So that's all available to you in the drop down menu. If stuff does not resonate or this doesn't feel like you're reading, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just, it might be more in alignment with the majority of the viewers that are going to tune in to it over time. Okay, so don't worry about that. All right, let's get into this and see what's going on for this week. Okay, so in the beginning of the week, we have the Star. Yay! My favorite card of the deck. Aquarian energy, right? Renewal, peace, calm. Ay vey, could we use this, please? Let's go into the week like gently. That's what the Star would represent. What I love about this particular deck is they represent the Star with that sage burning. Like it's just like a cleansing, right? A release of some sort, or a being at peace with one's own self in a very profound way. I feel like the Star is this the reason why I love the Star is she's like this powerful card, right? But she is very gentle in her demeanor, right? Stars don't necessarily overpower, they just shimmer, right? They just twinkle and glow, and they know exactly the light that they bear, and each one is individual and each one is special in its own right. Do you understand? So like, to me, the Star is about sort of honoring those aspects of self in a very calm, collected, centered way, where we walk into this week feeling profound, feeling at peace. Whatever, I mean, if this is tying back to last week's reading, right? We had that 7 of Swords at the end of the week. It kind of feels like this sage to me is telling me, okay, we've cleared away the bad juju, or we're certainly in the process of it during the early part of the week, by owning who we are, what we are, how we are, from a very whole and complete place, right? The Star has definitely got this beauty to it, right? This what's the word I'm looking for? It's not grounded. It's just like this. It's like being at peace with whatever is going on around us. And this sage smoke to me feels like we understand that we're protected too, right? That we are okay exactly as we are, no matter what is going on around us, right? So taking that information into the early part of the week, I kind of really like this, right? So think about the things that are working in your life, or what is good in your life, who you are as a person, where your achievements lie within you, right? This is more about being sort of at peace within one's own self first and foremost. Therefore, you can maintain peace and radiate that calmness out into the world around you, right? We're not going to be, with this card here, it doesn't feel like we're getting caught up in the dramas of the day. I hope that's the case from the majority of you. You'll have to let me know. But this is a beautiful energy to start off the week. Now, for the midweek, we have the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is oftentimes associated with confusion, emotional confusion, trying to choose sort of which route to go or what feels best emotionally. Some things might not even be completely plausible with the Seven of Cups, right? There might be a choice or uh, an option that emotionally we feel not necessarily drawn to, but that is available to us. But we're like, is that even really practical, right? With this, though, I don't get a horribly bad feeling. I do get that there might be a few choices on board, if that makes sense. That green ribbon to me and the pink background makes me think about the heart chakra, makes me think about compassion and love, makes me think that green ribbon especially makes me feel makes me think about healing. What I'm going to say about this, because I associate the color green with healing, the way that it's rippled, right? It's like sort of, oh, that's not my pointer. I like my magic pointer. Where it's rippled, where it's green, and then like you see the underbelly of the ribbon, and then green, and then the underbelly. We may be off and on in the midweek, right, as to what our decisions are emotionally or which direction to go. We also, this appeared originally when I looked at it like almost like a flower, right, with the cup in the center, but it's actually other cups, like, or ghost cups in a way, creating like this like seashell effect or a petal. But to me, it feels like, we could go in a lot of different directions. We could have a lot of options in front of us. But my question is, or what I feel like the question is with this card is, and especially with the star leading into the week, is what is the most beneficial path for us? What is going to offer us the most healing, the most heart-centered option, right? That's the pink and the green. Now, I do get a feeling that the rippling ribbon, in a way, gives it this off-on quality where, like, one day we might feel like we know the answer, the next day we may not, or the next hour we may not. We may be going on and off something emotionally, going like, is this right? I'm not sure. Is this right? I'm not sure. But we're weighing our options. We're looking at all of it. And I'm going to say this. We may not be able to recollect or call back that star energy, but kind of if we can, let's do it so that we can make a clear and precise decision in the midweek around whatever it is that we are dealing with emotionally. I feel like this Seven of Cups is a more internal card for us than maybe, say, making a decision around something externally that's emotional to us. Does that make sense? So I don't feel like this is about like, should I leave? Should I do this? It feels more internal. I don't know why, but it feels like there's something going on within us emotionally. And maybe it's that piece of the star that we feel at the beginning of the week that allows for some of this emotional activity to rise up within us. Does that make sense? And so we may find ourselves reflecting a little bit in the midweek, maybe feeling a little bit emotional, but that's okay. Allow yourself the space. Hey, no fighting. God, they're like having battle royale in the bedroom. I mean, they're play fighting, but it gets out of hand sometimes. Like Cora, the littlest one, she doesn't know not to like get really vicious. It's just because of her size, I think. So, anyways, what I was saying is allowing for those emotions or whatever this sort of, I don't want to say confusion per se, but this sort of choice maybe in a way that's coming up in the midweek. Allow ourselves the time and the space and the peace to kind of process through it. Give ourselves that grace, that give our own selves like sort of that compassion to work our way through it, to weigh the options, and then to make the best decision. That center cup in the card does make me feel like we will find an answer, right? We will pick a path. And the last card, Five of Pentacles, not my favorite card of the deck. This is always a setback of some sort, and this broken pentacle does not look great to me. But I will say this, last week we ended on the Seven of Swords, and I kind of felt like the cards indicated that whatever that Seven of Swords thing was for you, and each one of you, it's going to appear differently, just like this Five of Pentacles, this setback of some sort may appear differently to each one of you. It is going to be for our own clearing, if that makes sense. It's going to be for our own betterment in the end. Fives are always transitional, right? They're not permanent. So, whatever sort of maybe setback, loss, challenge that we might be facing towards the end of the week, and it could for some of you be financial or monetary because Pentacles often rules that sort of area of our lives. But if we find ourselves stretched too thin, pushed in a direction we didn't expect, let down in some sort of way, maybe by another or by a situation within work, at home, within family, within our relationship, don't be surprised, right? But I think that we can recover from it. We don't necessarily have to let it like destroy us or totally ruin our week, so to speak. I really get a feeling that this is sort of similar to that Seven of Swords in the sense that it's about kind of maybe becoming aware of what's not working and therefore doing the kind of emotional deep diving that we need to do to work through any confusion to get to an answer so that we can break free of situations that are not serving us or that are not living up to our needs, our desires, or what we deserve. Does that make sense? And that's coming off of that star at the beginning of the week, because I think that we're in the beginning of the week, we should profoundly be aware of what it is we do deserve. And if our desire for, like, say, our own internal peace within our lives is that strong, maintaining it might be a bit of a challenge with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. But we're up for that challenge, or we're going to have to push for that challenge, is my feeling. Does that make sense? So let's see what's going on. And the star is not the most push-oriented card, but it's like, I almost feel like I want to say we get a taste of it. So therefore, we're going to like want or desire more, and we're going to have to do kind of the work to make it happen or to continue it forward, so to speak. Now let's look to the Spirit Animal Oracle. I was just mentioning this yesterday. I was wondering what Pig Spirit was about. Use your mind wisely. We're going to get to read the story about Pig Spirit because I just think it's hilarious that there's a Pig Spirit in here. His card number 47, which would actually be 11, which ultimately is a master number. So use your mind wisely. What I like about that, his little third eye and his crown have little markings on it. I love that he has little wings and he's like on a cloud. So he's like a little pig angel in a way. And hell, Lord knows I've been a pig angel in my day. Card number 11 to me, first off, or the number 11 definitely keys into the peacefulness of the star and the kind of mastery or the connection, the spiritual connection and awareness that the star would represent in the early part of the week. Using your mind wisely would key into the other two cards, I feel like. It's also very much star energy too, but when we're using our mind wisely in the star's position, it's more like just understanding who we are, what we're worth, and really valuing ourselves and the world around us in that way, right? But that might get challenged or tossed and turned a little bit with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So Pig Spirit's here to remind us that although certain things may not look as great as we think they are, if that makes sense, because, oftentimes pigs get a bad rap. I'm just going to be honest. They get a bad rap for being like, gross or dirty or whatever. And they're actually really, in all honesty, very clean animals, very intelligent animals, and they taste delicious. Sorry to any vegan or vegetarian viewers, but they really do. I was a vegetarian for 3 years and then I relapsed on bacon. I just had to. I just made it all the way through a trip in Greece. Didn't eat any meat the entire time I was there for I don't know how many weeks. Got laughed at by Greek people. They were like, "What do you mean you don't eat meat?" But anyways, bacon. So this little pig, though, I feel like he's kind of looking. It's interesting because it almost looks like am I not kidding you? Or tell me if you see this in the comments. Does it not look like he's kind of studying that Five of Pentacles card? Like, how do I fix this? How do I put this pentacle back together? And it's interesting that that ribbon underneath that pentacle is pink, similar to the color of the pig. But it looks like his gaze is intently on how to fix whatever was set back or broken in the Five of Pentacles. And when it says use your mind wisely, and then we've got the number 11 there, it does say to me that underneath this, or underneath what is going on, we're maybe not even aware. Okay, I'm getting off track. Yeah, that's not that I'm getting off track, but I'm not explaining myself clearly. The 47 boiling down to an 11 means that there's a spiritual mastery underneath whatever we're working on or whatever we're looking at or how we're perceiving it. And we have it in the beginning with the star. We may lose it in the midweek with the emotionality of the 7 of Cups, and then even get us slightly further away from it with the 5 of Pentacles. But this pig spirit is here to remind us this week that we have that mastery underneath us if we use our minds wisely, if we're smart about what we do, right? And maybe even it's okay to be a little bit greedy, right? Or placing ourselves and our own needs emotionally and physically in front of other people. That's okay too. And I kind of feel like that's the pig's focus on that 5 of Pentacles, is if anything sets us back or isn't working for us, well then fine, let's do something about, being smart about it and addressing it immediately for ourselves. And if that comes off as selfish or other people don't like it, well, too fucking bad. Okay. Let's go to pig spirit and I'll read you his little story. There's a lot of really interesting animals in here. Like there's moth spirit, koi fish spirit. I mean, there's some really animals I'm not familiar with. So I'm kind of excited about this deck. All right, little pig spirit, where are you? Peacock spirit, that's kind of cool. Porcupine. Come on, pig. I'm trying to get to pig. Okay. 47, pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. The oracle message is pig spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When pig spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you know already. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow pig spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally. As we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now, not all facts are in, maybe the 7 of Cups, indecision and confusion too, guys, in the midweek. Now is a time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with pig spirit's keen intelligence. The protection message is, are you ruminating, turning thoughts around and around in your head, but not getting nearer to a decision or solution? That's also 7 of Cups energies, guys. Pig spirit is here to protect you from analysis paralysis. Let your mind rest now and allow your intelligence to mingle with the mysteries of intuitive guidance, releasing your tight hold on facts and unsolved puzzles, whether it be a relationship or any other aspect of your life. In fact, now might be a good time to think about something else altogether and release your grip on needing to know. When your thought processes are muddled by fear and anxiety, allow pig spirit to lead you back to the right use of your natural intelligence. Take a break, relax that ball, take a break, relax, and release that ball of worry. Soon, the smart choice will become clear to you. More facts may be needed, more digging for information, and more questioning. When seeking to learn more, enjoy the process of using your thinking prowess. All the elements of your intelligence are reliably guiding you now once you've given your mind a rest. All right, so let's go to the grounding stone. This is a principle or something that we want to ground in during this week while we're using our mind wisely, even if we're facing, challenges or adversity. This is on Snowflake Obsidian, so a little bit of mixture of light and dark, polarities, dualities, all of that, working in our favor, ideally. The word is passion. What are we feeling strongest about? What is it that we desire, and how are we going to go about getting there? Um, keep my feeling with this is keep your focus on whatever it is you are passionate about, whatever it is you do desire. Use your mind wisely. Sometimes our passions can screw us up emotionally because we're so attached to them, or we want them so badly we don't necessarily know how to go about getting them, or we're in fear of maybe not achieving them. Some of you could even, experience some setbacks with this Five of Pentacles towards the end of the week in pursuit of this, but don't let that waver, is my feeling with this passion stone. Stay grounded in it. Use your mind smart. Use your wise mind and move towards it. Keep that passion driving you, even in the face of emotional challenges or actual material setbacks in your environment. That is your forecast. Please hit like, share, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and have a wonderful week. Bye bye.